Shalom, my brothers and sisters. I was encouraged to begin putting words of encouragement up. My name is Symmanayah. The messages I present are to those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Creator, whom I know and has grown to know as Yahuah, who manifests His Word through a plan from the virgin birth to the sacrifice to the resurrection. His Word in order to restore us into fellowship with Him in the name of Yahusha. And that He sent His set-apart Spirit in Yahusha's name, referencing John 6:44 and 14:26. This is the first installment of encouraging words. If you've listened to videos I've put up, you probably know that I use the word discernment a lot. There's the academic definition of discernment, but I'm compelled to believe the ultimate definition of discernment is when the Spirit of Abba Yahuah, who sent His Word in Yahusha's name, revealed things to us, make known, uncover. I want you to know, O listener or viewer of this message, in spite of all the confusion, the chaos, the disagreements, the different interpretations, the different positions of belief, in spite of all that is going on in the world, things will get intense. But trust and believe, you are not alone. You are not alone, my brothers and sisters. I want you to consider these verses. As I mentioned, you're not alone. Consider Hebrews, my brothers and sisters. Hebrews 12th chapter, verse 1 and 2. It lets us know that there's a cloud of witnesses. In relationship to discernment, I have put some reference verses for you to look at. Hebrews 4:12 and 13, my brothers and sisters. Take a look at it. Take a look at Matthew 12:15. And Ephesians 5:18 through 24. My brothers and sisters, when you look at the scriptures, when you study the scriptures, you look at there's the literal. And know this, I say it a lot, that the texts have been tampered with. What we have before us these days and readily available to us these days are not the original scriptures that were inspired by the Almighty Father. The scriptures tell us that He sent His Word in Yahusha's name. We have been conditioned to believe that the text that we see today is the Word of Yahuah. Many different denomination camps and religious groups, even teachers, mores, pastors will say, let's see what the Word says. Like that black and white speaks. It does not. If we trust the text alone, we will see there are differences in the different translations. There are translations that use the word Lord and Jesus. Is that the word of Yahuah? There are translations that leave out some books. So if we say from Genesis to Revelation and leave out books, are we missing the word if we're looking at just the text? If we see where some translations misrepresent a new moon or a new month, do you think that the text that Yahuah would misrepresent or prop up fake names that even with a J didn't even exist years ago? When the scriptures talk about the letter kills and the spirit makes alive, it means when we depend on the text alone, it can lead to death, because many of us, our comprehension levels are different. Our competence levels are different. And as a result, we see things different. I can give many examples, but for the sake of time, I wanted this word of encouragement to be centered around you are not alone. You are not alone. And there are those, though we've never met, personally, I pray as I am inspired. I pray in response to some of the cries that I believe the Spirit of Yahuah share with me, revealed to me. I pray for you, my brother, my sister. And I believe that there are prayer intercessors in that midst of cloud of witnesses. You see, the Spirit of Yahuah works in us, through us, one towards another. And we will understand what that means. Do not be alarmed, for the Spirit of the Almighty Father works a good work in us, through us, one towards another. So be encouraged. Know what discernment is? Test and examine the Spirit, and you may find that the Spirit, the voice of the Almighty Father, sent in Yahusha's name, is speaking to you, to me, to us. So be encouraged, my brothers and sisters. That's all I have for this moment. You might see in the scroll verses that I referenced, addresses. Look at the literal, but pray to see what the spiritual is saying to you, to me, to Yahuah. On that note, have a good day, my brothers and sisters. And if your day is ending, have a good night. I end by saying thank you for listening. Shalom.